DC Films' Walter Hamada reveals the plans for DC movies moving forward in theaters and HBO Max. Let's talk about it. Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to Comic Book Nostalgia. I'm CB Nostalgia, and we got another update on DC Films. Well, as you know, we've been breaking down some of this new information given directly to us by DC Films head Walter Hamada. During a recent interview with the New York Times, he gave a ton of details regarding the future of DC Films. So let's talk about how DC is going to handle theatrical and HBO Max releases going forward. Before we dive in, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button and ring the bell to get all the updates. And by the way, if you don't leave a comment, you won't be entered in our big contest for 2021. Don't miss out. Now, if you remember, in one of our previous videos, we talked about Static Shock going right to HBO Max, and how many of DC's lesser-known characters could find a home there instead of up on the big screen. Now, in this article, Walter Hamada does break down how this is going to work and what movies will go to the big screen and the small screen and why. Now, what he says is, DC's most expensive productions, which we may get up to 4 per year starting in 2022, will be designed to be released directly in the theaters. Now, it seems like 4 movies a year would be a lot, but that's not all. Now, DC will also release up to 2 more features per year on HBO Max. This is where projects like Static Shock or Batgirl will find a home. So here we're up to potentially 6 movies per year, with 4 of them to theaters and 2 on HBO Max. But then there's more. Hamada says, and I quote, "With every movie that we're looking at now, we are thinking, what's the potential Max spinoff?" Now, we have more than one example of this already. We're getting a spinoff of the Batman in that Gotham City Police series coming to HBO Max, and we also have John Cena as Peacemaker in a spinoff of James Gunn's The Suicide Squad, which is actually in production right now. Now, those 2 are not all the spinoffs they obviously have planned, and it does make you wonder what they do have in store for some of the other shows they have in place. With up to 6 films and this mini series going to HBO Max, remember, we're not just talking about these spin-offs, but the Green Lantern series, Doom Patrol, Titans, Young Justice, and all those other things they have going on. It really does seem DC Films is ready to put up that fight with the MCU and Disney. Now, how all this works out in the numbers, we'll have to wait and see. But as a superhero fan, I have to say I am more than a little bit excited. This is the most content we've gotten, well, ever, from both sides, so I think it's a great time for everybody to be excited. Now, obviously, once we get more details about any of these series or these movies coming to HBO Max, we'll bring it to you right away. But I am curious on what you guys think. Do you think DC Films can handle the load of this many productions at the same time? And do you have a feature currently in the works that you would like to see a spin-off for? Hit us with a comment down below. If you like this video, make sure you press like, click subscribe, and if you don't ring that bell, you won't get any updates. Peace.